Welcome back, dear adventurers. In today's episode, Bilbo wakes up to find a formal letter left by Thorin and his company. It's filled with polite words, big promises, and legal terms. Let's read this rather official document together and see what Bilbo has really signed up for. This is what he read. Thorin and Company to Burglar Bilbo greeting. For your hospitality, our sincerest thanks. And for your offer of professional assistance, our grateful acceptance. Terms, cash on delivery, up to and not exceeding 1/14 of total profits, if any. All traveling expenses guaranteed in any event. Funeral expenses to be defrayed by us or our representatives if occasion arises and the matter is not otherwise arranged for. Thinking it unnecessary to disturb your esteemed repose, we have proceeded in advance to make requisite preparations and shall await your respected person at the Green Dragon Inn, by water, at 11 a.m. sharp. Trusting that you'll be punctual, we have the honor to remain yours deeply, Thorin and Company. Now that we've read this wonderfully polite and slightly intimidating contract, let's break down some of the key words and phrases. These will help you better understand not only this part of The Hobbit, but also how formal English works in general. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this journey through Middle-earth. Let's dive into the vocabulary. Company, a group of people working or traveling together. In The Hobbit, Thorin and Company refers to the group of dwarves plus Bilbo and Gandalf on their adventure. It's like a team with a shared goal. In business, company can also mean a business organization. Greeting, a polite way of saying hello or starting a letter. When someone says greeting in a letter, it's like saying hi there in a very formal way. In this case, Thorin and Company to Burglar Bilbo, greeting, is their fancy way of opening the letter. Hospitality, friendly and generous treatment of guests. Bilbo gave the dwarves food, shelter, and beds. Classic hospitality. It's when you treat visitors warmly, like making tea for a friend who just showed up. Sincerest, the most heartfelt or genuine. When someone gives their sincerest thanks, they really, really mean it. It's not just polite, it's deeply felt. Think of it like the most honest and warm thank you possible. Professional, related to a job or occupation requiring skill or training. Bilbo is called a professional burglar, even if he doesn't quite feel like one. This word means someone who does a job seriously or skillfully. Assistance, help or support. Offering assistance means offering help. The dwarves are thanking Bilbo for agreeing to assist them, even if he doesn't fully understand what that means yet. Acceptance, the act of agreeing to something or saying yes. If you accept an offer, that's acceptance. The dwarves gratefully accept Bilbo's offer to join them, though, again, he didn't exactly sign up for this. Terms, conditions of an agreement. Every deal has terms, what you get, what you give. In the letter, the dwarves list their terms for Bilbo's job, including payment and who pays for what. Cash on delivery. Money is paid when the goods or service are received. Cash on delivery means you don't pay up front. You pay when the job's done. The dwarves are offering Bilbo a treasure split, but only after success. No dragon, no gold. Exceeding, going beyond a set limit or amount. If Bilbo's share is not exceeding 1/14th, that means it can't go above that number. It's like setting a treasure ceiling, no bonus coins. Profits. Money made after costs are paid. After all the traveling, fighting, and fire breathing, whatever treasure remains minus expenses is the profit. That's what Bilbo's share is based on. Traveling expenses. The cost of transport, food, and other trip-related stuff. The dwarves promise to cover all traveling expenses. That means Bilbo won't have to pay for horses, food, or maybe even cloaks. Nice. Guaranteed. Promised with certainty. If something is guaranteed, it's promised for sure. The dwarves say Bilbo's costs will be covered no matter what. Pretty generous, right? Funeral. A ceremony for someone who has died. This one's a bit grim. They promise to cover Bilbo's funeral expenses if he dies on the quest. That's like a final "we've got your back," even after death. Defrayed. Paid for by someone else. If your costs are defrayed, you don't have to pay. They're handled for you. In this case, funeral costs equals dwarves' responsibility. Note, a formal word, used in contracts and legal language. Representatives. People chosen to act on someone's behalf. If Thorin can't make it, his representative will act for him. Think of them like official stand-ins, just like when a lawyer shows up for you in court. Occasion. A particular event or time something might happen. If occasion arises, means if something happens. Like if Bilbo dies. A dark but practical clause in the contract. Arises. Happens or comes up. It's a fancy way of saying happens. For example, if danger arises, call me. Sounds more poetic than if something bad happens, right? Otherwise, if not, or in another case. Unless arranged otherwise means unless something different is decided. It's used a lot in rules and formal situations. Unnecessary, not needed or required. Waking Bilbo up would be unnecessary trouble. So instead, they just left a note and snuck out. Very polite, or maybe just sneaky. Esteemed, highly respected or admired. Your esteemed repose means your respected sleep. It's a polite way to refer to someone's rest, like saying, "We didn't want to disturb your noble nap." Repose, rest or sleep. A very elegant word for sleep or rest. Bilbo's repose was so valued that the dwarves didn't dare wake him until after they were long gone. Proceeded, went ahead or started doing something. They proceeded in advance, equals they left and started without waiting. To proceed is to move forward with a plan or task. Requisite, necessary or required. Requisite preparations are the things they needed to do before leaving. It's a fancier way of saying must-do stuff. Preparations, steps taken to get ready for something. Packing your bag, grabbing your sword, and baking some seed cakes. Those are your preparations. The dwarves did theirs and left. Await, to wait for someone or something. We await your respected person, equals we're waiting for you. Await is the formal twin of wait for. Punctual, on time, not late. Be punctual means don't be late. The dwarves expect Bilbo to show up exactly at 11 a.m. sharp. No snoozing this time. Yours deeply, a polite and heartfelt way to end a letter. Yours deeply is like saying with all respect. It's formal, sincere, and just a bit dramatic. perfect for a dwarf king. And that wraps up today's episode, my friends. Now you've read an official contract from Thorin himself and learned all those rich and formal words that came with it. Words like guaranteed, requisite, and repose may seem fancy, but now they're part of your vocabulary toolbox. Just imagine how many contracts or epic quests you'll understand next time. Don't forget to like the video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more Hobbit-powered English lessons, and drop a comment telling us, would you have signed Thorin contract? Until next time, keep learning, keep reading, and stay curious. See you in the next episode of Learn English with a Hobbit.